Free socks.
Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, new intro. The Triple B Experience Thursday edition, guitar licks and all, by Mr. Michael Fabian of Swamp Cadillac. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Tomorrow night, first time ever, Swamp Cadillac will be at Muggs Tavern. But hey, we're here to talk about pulp culture. We got a top 10 list that we can only die to know. That's what we're talking about. So, ladies and gentlemen, first and foremost, I'm Bad Bubba Brewer, and I'm the host. And here we got tonight the top 10 death scenes of movies of all time. But before we get started, I got to introduce the rest of the guys. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the host of West Virginia Mountaineer Football, Mondays, Thursdays, and any other time that he can fit it in his schedule. And he's also my co-host for Steelers Dynasty Podcast, Monday nights at 10, Wednesdays at 9, and all the live streams. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show, special field correspondent, Shane Stodmiller. Hi, Shane.
Good to see everyone.
Well, it's good to see you too, Shane. How's the voice?
It's back. I think I only coughed once during an hour show. So.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'll be okay.
Okay. Well, you know what? We're going to talk a little pulp culture. We're going to give these top 10s. But before we start, we got to bring him on. He is the connoisseur of action figures like no other. His pulp culture knowledge in these top 10s, we don't know how or what he could do because we never know when Cable is doing these stuff. He actually brings in a lot of movies that I haven't seen, and he brings a different aspect to a lot of different diagrams on how we actually present it. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcoming to the show, as always, our Thursday night is our action man, connoisseur, and pulp culture icon guru, Cable. Hi, Cable.
Hey guys, how's it going?
It's going pretty good, and I'm so true with that because you actually, when you do these top 10s, you actually give a little bit more substance and style to every pick that you put in. Now, your picks are not, you don't glaze it over. It's very in-depth and in detailed. So that's why I always got you as the anchor, because you always, you got to, George says your Pat's got to man up this weekend. They play the Ravens.
Yeah, don't I know it?
Yeah, well, we're praying for the Patriots to beat the Ravens, and then we're hoping for the Steelers. I am for Detroit. But before we get into this top 10 death scenes of movies of all time and based on our opinions, there's a lot of stuff going on in the pulp culture world. And we were talking off camera about stuff that's going to be happening at movie trailers and stuff like that. And we decided not to talk about what's going on in movie trailers, but how we'd like to see movie trailers. I personally do not want to see movie trailers of the movies I want to see on my phone. How do you guys feel about that? Shane, I'll start with you.
I like to see them in the movies, but if not, I'll see them usually when I'm taking a shit. I'll just sit there and I'm like, oh, that looks pretty good. So I don't give a crap. I'll watch it any way, any shape, or any form.
Okay.
A passenger pigeon could freaking drop it on my lap, and I'll.
So you don't care how you watch it. You don't care. You want to watch it on your phone. You want to see it firsthand.
Give me it all.
You don't care. Okay. Now, Cable, when you watch trailers, how do you want to watch your trailers?
I try to be as less neurotic as possible about all this, but I can watch them on my phone. It also depends on what the trailer's for. If it's, a run-of-the-mill movie, it doesn't matter. But if it's something super hyped, like what led to this conversation with the Avengers Doomsday trailer being out right now, I usually want to watch it on the best screen available and at the best quality. I could even maybe watch it on my phone, but what I don't want to watch is a leaked trailer or, cam recorded version from a movie theater. I want it pristine condition, whatever, 1080, 4K.
So you want pristine. Shane don't give a shit. He's on the commode. He don't give a shit.
We're completely opposite on that.
Videotaped it. He don't give a rat's ass. He's a
Cable
SWAT.
won't pay for sex. Cable won't do any of that shit either.
I won't do what?
You won't pay for sex.
No, I wouldn't.
Matter.
Maybe in a few more years, we'll see. I don't know.
Oh my God! Well, this show got off the rails early at 5 minutes and 27
sure
seconds.
did.
But yeah,
Very.
but I don't like to hear a lot of stuff getting leaked. I mean, I know I talk about stuff. Shane doesn't care. You care. I kind of care.
So my whole thoughts on it are ever evolving. Also, not only do I hate to see stuff leaked ahead of time. Like right now, I'm trying my damnedest not to have anything. And you could argue they're not spoilers because they're in the trailer, so they're technically not spoilers. But they're trailer spoilers. The whole reason you watch a trailer is to be wowed and hyped for the movie by their big announcement. That's what it is. It's a video announcement. It's selling you on the movie and showing you everything. So I don't want to hear what's in the trailer before the trailer, just like I don't, the stuff that's going to be in the movie that's not in the trailer, I don't want to know beforehand. And I used to watch.
Let me ask you. Now, this weekend, you're going to see Avatar. So you're
Correct.
okay of going in to see the Doomsday trailer, 1 of 4, come in the movie theater high def because you're not going Indiana.
Absolutely. No, right. We're actually seeing IMAX 3D. Which I'm not a fan of 3D, but they didn't have IMAX without 3D for Avatar. So
where's this going to be?
that's fun.
What theater?
Waterfront.
And they just remodeled the waterfront, Shane. They just expanded, and Cable knows because he does. Cable goes to more movies than me and you, I think, combined now.
Yeah,
I used to go a lot, and now I just don't have any desire because there's no movies that are like. If I don't get my movie, I get my movie fix off of Cable. Going, it's like, oh, bub, it's good, thumbs up, or bub, it's okay. You can watch it at your house. I can wait. Now I know you guys did the stuff with the Alien TV show, and I'm still far behind. And I know what you guys are bringing down, and I got to watch this show, and I got to watch the Predator movie also. So I just don't know of any other movies because I'm not an Avatar person, and I'll probably watch the trailer when it comes out, probably Sunday on YouTube or something. I'm sure a good YouTube. I'm good with the TV as long as it's not a camcorder guy fucking filming it.
Right. That's my biggest thing. Yeah. And I hate how they're doing this. And I understand it to a degree. Disney, Avatar and Marvel are all Disney now. So like Avatar wasn't going to do $500 million anyway, but it gets, potentially more butts in seats, right? People going just to see the trailer. But with the internet world we live in now, I don't understand releasing a trailer in the theaters and not also simultaneously putting it online, because it's going to leak. There's going to be shitty versions of it on the internet. So people are going to be judging it, because there are a lot of people that will judge this trailer harshly because they aren't seeing a good enough quality version and they think the movie looks like shit. And normally, maybe I would be going to see Avatar tonight or tomorrow night. But
back in the day, you would have. Back in the day, we would have done this show. We'd have been watching the Thursday night fucking.
What happened this week? Schedules just didn't align, so I'm not going to see it till Saturday. So now I have to, avoid as much as I can, and I've already seen a huge spoiler. And it's one of those things where you hear whispers, you hear things, you hear rumors, but until you see it, you don't know if it's true. But then once you know, you can't put the toothpaste back in the tube, and it takes some of the fun out of it for me.
I hate when that happens, man, on my toothpaste. I hate it. I hate it. But I'm going to wait till YouTube. I'm not going to go see Avatar because I didn't see the second movie. Now, I know we got some comments in the chat, and I'm going to go with them real quick because Gene got he asked if you're going to see that and the Neil Diamond movie.
What was the first one?
The first one is Cape. Going to see Cape. You're going to see Cape. That's it. I don't know what that means. But he's going to be pissed off.
I don't know what that is.
I don't either. But he's going to be pissed off if nobody has Sixth Sense on the list. I'm not telling you because I don't want you mad at me, Gene. But yeah. And he said there's 3 trailers. There'll be 4 trailers for Doomsday. And that. But I'll just wait to see it. And I just want to say before we get started on this top 10, the Christmas atmosphere of going to the movies is not I usually go to the movies during Christmas time because there's something good that I want to see, but there is nothing right now that I want to see. There's no Star Wars, there's no Marvel, no Godzilla, nothing. And I'm sorry, maybe I'm getting old. I don't know.
No, I'm going to be even more of a Grinch here. I'm going to take the ball you just started and fucking run with it hard. The last 2 or 3 years, there's been something I wanted to see in December, and they weren't all major, like blockbusters. Like last year was that Nosferatu, the vampire movie.
Gotcha.
Holidays, Christmas specifically, seems like the worst time to go see a movie in theaters now, because what it feels like to me is you have a lot of families that get together that haven't seen each other in a while, and it's a social event. So they sit through the movie and they talk through the movie, and they use that as as something to go out and do, not because you want to see the movie and pay attention to it, just because it's something to do. And there were full-blown conversations going on last year, and that's what I like to think of. Is it's you got family that hasn't seen each other in a while, and they make these plans, and they don't really give a shit. Meanwhile, like you said, I'm at the movies. I try to go monthly. But it depends on what's out and everything like that. That's one of my favorite pastimes, and you're ruining it for me because you don't actually give a shit about the movies. You just want to get together with your family. So I'm not a huge fan of
Stay your fucking ass at home. Stay your fucking ass at home. Fucking hang out with your family at home. You dumb son of a bitches go to the movies and fucking chit-chat with your fucking family members. And I'm at a movie theater. I'm coming behind you and telling you to shut the fuck up. Seriously, shut the fuck up. I'm not paying fucking my hard-earned money to listen to fucking you and Aunt fucking Gertrude talk about how you're going to fucking make a popcorn fucking ball thing to put on the Christmas tree. I want to watch a fucking movie. Shut the fuck up. You don't got time to discuss it. You discuss all your shit after. I hate when Gertrude. Shut the fuck up. Gertrude, shut the fuck up. But guys, tonight, well, thank you, Abel. Tonight, this is a crazy one. This is my topic, and Shane's going to have to come up with one tonight because next week, ladies and gentlemen, next Thursday is Christmas, and I was talking to the guys in studio. We will probably go probably Friday if everybody's good at 9:00 if we can. We'll let you know. But I just wanted to put it out there because we're not going to do it on Christmas. I don't need divorced, and I definitely, I love to do podcasts, but Christmas is, I'll be living out in the fucking shack down by the river. But I did not see that Godzilla movie. And I know there's something out there I thought, but tell them to rent it for on Prime. There's some good movies going to be on Prime and Netflix. There's going to be a Ben Affleck and Matt Damon action movie on Netflix.
That looks good.
That looks like a movie, and I'd like to see it. I just got to put time in my, just tell Aunt Gertrude to shut the fuck up. Yeah. So guys, you guys that are in the chat, you guys can play along. I'm going to go first. No, it's not out yet. That Kong and Godzilla movie's not out yet, and the Monarch TV show is not out till 2026. I'm waiting for Wonder Man. So because I haven't watched any TV show in pulp culture, and I know this is a pulp culture type show, and we do talk about stuff we watch, but I haven't watched anything besides Steeler football. So I watched John Cena last week. That was it. That's all I got. But and God bless him. He did what he had to do. And that's all I'm going to say about that for now. But top 10 deaths in movies, gentlemen. Okay, now I watched every single one of these movies, and I'm going to start off at number 10 because this is very recent in my palette that I watched it the other day. I watched Forrest Gump the other day, and that's fucking yes, number 10 death because she was a fucking bitch. She treated him like fucking shit. And then she came to him because she had fucking disease called AIDS. And she got, had a kid, didn't fucking talk to him for years. The kid's like 6 years old. Jenny from Forrest Gump. Every time I see that movie, she was the typical bitch that fucking treated Forrest like shit. And that's one of my Tom Hanks favorite movies. Anyway, I do like that movie. And she was a bitch. So to me, when she died, you know what I mean? I thought she was going to die earlier. And I didn't realize that, she had AIDS because it was in the 80s, of course, through that, and she died very quickly. So she married Forrest and Forrest should have said, no, Jenny, I ain't going to marry you because you didn't want to marry me. You didn't want to date me 20 years before, you bitch. That's what I'd said. But my number 10 death is Jenny from Forrest Gump. Shane, let me hear yours.
Well, Bubba, Jenny means like peas and carrots. I'm gonna pick pulp culture, Pulp Fiction. When Butch kills Vincent in the bathroom, so you got Bruce Willis killing John Travolta's character in Pulp Fiction in the bathroom. So he puts Pop-Tarts in, and he puts these cinnamon Pop-Tarts in, and he realizes that there's an Uzi sitting there. And he picks the Uzi up, and he's just looking at it, and then he hears the toilet flush, and it's Vincent after he took a shit. He's coming out with his magazine, and sure enough, he's like, Pop-Tarts go up, and he just lights them up.
That's a good one. That's a real good one.
Yeah.
Afton said Pee-wee's character in Buffy the Vampire.
I forgot about that.
Is that what he did? He's like, yeah.
Damn, Afton, that's a good one.
Jenny was traumatic. Yeah. Just terrible. Just terrible. George said he got 6. So, Cable, your number 10.
My number 10, real quick before I get to that, Bubba, when you said Forrest Gump, I was curious because you could go Jenny or you could go Bubba.
Well, I thought, yeah, you could have, but I think Jenny was more. Well, both of them were very traumatic.
Yeah, right. But so I just wasn't sure which route you were going to go. But my number 10,
she was a bitch.
She was. And like always, I have a couple different reasons for why stuff makes my list. And iconic death scenes. Some of them are iconic because of the way they were filmed. Some are iconic because of what they did for the plot or the characters. So this one is, especially to my generation, this moved the plot of the movie along, kicked off the movie, essentially. Mufasa from The Lion King. When he is trampled by the pack of water buffalo or bison. I can't remember what it was, but that one was a very big deal to 8-year-old Caleb.
That was in my list, and it bumped out in the honorable mentions. I think that's a great one, Cable.
Thank you.
For fun, it means that'd be Bambi's mom when Bambi got killed.
That almost made my list.
So that's my honorable mention there too.
Well, Afton said that's a nice choice, and I have, yeah. I just added one. My number 9. This is probably the only. This is the only of mine. Cable started it off with the animation, and I'm going to piggyback off of that. The opening scene of Up with the couple and his wife. But his wife, they did everything together, and when she passed away, to me that was very traumatic for me because I remember I only saw that movie one time, and that's all I need to see because that first 10 minutes that was very traumatic. It's very emotional, and the old lady from Up. When she wasn't an old lady when she got married, she was very young, but through her whole life, they did all this stuff, and then she passed away. So that was very traumatic because his life was whatever. But to me, my number 9 is the old lady from Up. That's the only animated one I got. So
a good one. I almost put that on my list, but because
Did you really?
yes, but because she wasn't really a character in the movie, I left it off.
Oh,
but
she was. But that's how it opened. That's how it opened the movie, though.
I mean, it did. You know, without that happening, he doesn't go on his journey, and he's not the character he is. You're absolutely right. But I just, because, and it is emotionally wrecks you. So
it tore
didn't
my
make
fucking
my list.
Diego ass up, man. I was fucking crying like a little bitch.
Excellent choice.
Okay, Shane, you're number 9.
Number 9. Sonny gets killed in the toll booth on Godfather.
Oh!
Good one.
I have that too. Mine's
Good one.
higher than yours. That's a good one.
Good one.
Good one.
That is a good one. That is a fucking good one. Okay. Number 9 was E.T. for Afton. Cable, what is your number 9?
All right, my number 9 is the flip side that I had mentioned leading up to my last pick. This one, the character death isn't, that big of a deal, but what it did technically for this movie, the effects that were used, I think that propels it into the iconic realm. And it's Kane from Alien, the first time you see a chest burster pop out when they're all at the table. The effects that were used, the special effects on that scene, it's a landmark moment for sci-fi.
Gotcha. Good one. Real good one. Devil had number 9 was Logan. Ooh, that's a good one.
That is in my honorable mentions.
That's a good one too. Wow. Okay. Well, my number 8 is piggybacking off of Shane's. My number 8 was Sonny Corleone, fucking James Caan, when he got killed in the toll booth. Also, because he got fucking ravaged. So that was my number 8, and I don't have to go anymore. The Godfather was, one of the fucking iconic, epic movies in the drama, of all time. So yeah, that was my number 8. So Shane, your number 8 is?
If you ever watch the movie Platoon, there's the scene where the platoon sergeant comes out of the jungle and he has his hands in the air like that. It's on the DVD. It's on the VHS.
Oh, is that William Dafoe?
That's Elias getting gunned down. Yeah, I think it's Tom Berenger. No, it's William Dafoe.
Okay.
It's that tip. It's Elias getting gunned down, and that's from 1986's Platoon. I think
I saw that in movie theater.
Fantastic death scene.
Yeah, I think my dad took me to see that.
Hands up in the air like that, just.
Yeah, and that's when the explosives. You know what I mean?
Like he's running out of the jungle into the clearing where they use deck cord to kind of clear the trees. And they're pulling out, and he just comes out, and then he's not going to make it, and he just kind of falls down as he's getting shot, and it's just traumatic. It's just like fuck.
Right. Okay, good one. I got Devil said John Coffey in the Green Mile, and Afton said John Wick's dog that started off that whole fucking trilogy. Good one. That's a good one. That is a good one. Okay. Cable, you're number 8.
My number 8, great pick, by the way, Shane. And guys, we were this close to a jackpot. Look what they did to my boy. I also have Sonny Corleone at number 8. For all the reasons you guys stated, that's just a huge character death in a movie full of character deaths and a franchise full of people dying. He's not the only one from the family even, but the way it was done, it was just, you get so mad when you watch that. And, and then that's kind of spells the end for Vito. He can't take it anymore after that. And, that scene where Al Pacino is seeing his whole family at the table after everybody's dead. He's remembering the dinner, and it's just so impactful. And out of every death in that series, I think that's the biggest one for me. So
I think it is too, out of that whole one. Yeah, I think it, and Garth, you need to watch it. And I used to do this when Christmas time when we were growing up. That's what my mom we would watch The Godfather for Christmas.
That's an interesting.
She'd leave
Yeah.
before 7 in bed.
Well, my mom knew all the swear words, and I'm not going to get into that because I probably can't say it on any of these YouTube channels. But let's just put it this way: Sicilians are Sicilians wherever they're at. Let's put it, you know what I mean? Like, that's all I got to say. But yeah, we watched it all the time. Me, my dad, my sister,
Yeah.
my mom. It was the big thing, man. Christmas.
It
time.
wasn't a Christmas ritual in my house, but it was on a constant.
It was a Christmas ritual at our house, which maybe that's why our families, whatever. But okay, I'm at number 7. And number 7 is Bill from Kill Bill, David Carradine,
Oh,
getting killed by the bride.
That's a good one.
You know, that
That
was,
is a
you
good
know,
one.
yeah, David Carradine. They actually are doing the whole movie thing now with, I think, the whole thing put together.
Mhm.
There was a lot of death scenes that you could have took off of that, but I think that one to me it's just my opinion, and that's all it is. So, yeah, it's Kill Bill, and Afton had number 7, Thomas Martin in The Patriot. Oh, that's a good one
Oh,
too.
that's a good one.
That's a good one.
Well, you know what's a good one from The Patriot?
Oh.
Speaking of that, is when they fucking locked up the church and all those people got fucking killed.
The ambush.
That
scene.
was that was terrible. Devil says the lawyer on the toilet at Jurassic Park. That's a good one. That's a good one. So Shane, you're number 7.
Well, around Christmas, it used to be you'd watch the Wizard of Oz. Okay.
Okay.
And most people say, Shane, the Wicked Witch getting melted is the best death scene. And no, it's not. It's the Good Witch getting her ass smushed. That is the best scene in Wizard of Oz. So, bitch getting smushed in Wizard of Oz. Go off.
That's fucking funny, Shane.
That's good.
That's
That's good.
funny. Okay.
I almost worked the Wicked Witch into my list, but I left it off.
Not as good
And
as that bitch getting smushed. You're like, oh,
yeah,
this is some shenanigans going on in 1939.
Well,
oh, there was a lot of shenanigans going
There's
on
a lot of
with that
stuff
movie.
going
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I almost threw that Jurassic Park death in my list on as an honorable mention. Also, the lawyer off the toilet. I was this close.
That or Wayne Knight from fucking Seinfeld getting fucking killed, that fucker, and he's trying to steal
Yeah.
it. Yeah, that's a good one too.
Or what is it? Muldoon, I think, the hunter. He was a clever girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A couple good scenes in there.
Yeah,
So,
there's-
Cable, you're number 7.
All right, my number 7. I feel like you guys are both going to have this probably. Well, you know what? You might not, because I don't know if you've watched these movies. I can't remember now. It might seem low, but there's a lot of deaths to put on this list. So my number 7 is Boromir from the Lord of the Rings trilogy, the Fellowship of the Ring.
Oh,
Sean Bean's character.
I have that higher.
I've seen that. I've seen them all I've seen the Lord of the Rings trilogy in the movie theater.
Okay, I don't know why I was thinking one of us hadn't seen them yet for some reason.
No, and I never do, and I never put any of them in any of my top 10s. I don't know why.
Which is astounding because it's one of the greatest trilogies of all time.
I know, but I never put any of them. Maybe, like Shane had an analogy of Gandar the Great fucking on the Steelers thing, and it was like fucking Aaron Rodgers and fucking and Shane had it.
Yeah. He's now Aaron the White.
Yeah.
So I mean, they're so long and it's like 10 hours. And it's just, that Return of the King was so long. And I'm like, holy fuck. But I digress, but they are good movies. And I need to see The Hobbit because I only saw the first one. I haven't saw. I know.
I wouldn't even recommend it, honestly.
Yeah. So, okay. Well, that was a good one. Okay. We're at number 6, almost halfway home. My number 6 is, I don't talk a lot about this franchise. Not as much as I do the other one because, I'm a Star Wars guy. I think Cable fucking knows it right now. I'm going with Spock when he died in Wrath of Khan.
Yes, you brought it up. Thank you.
And he mind melted with fucking McCoy. You know what I mean? And I mean, when you didn't know that Search of Spock, you thought that would have been whatever, and it would have been whatever. But I'm going with the death of Spock in Wrath of Khan from Star Trek. And we don't talk enough about Star Trek. And I do like Star Trek. I really do. I think Picard was fucking great. The TV show, and there's, the movie, The Wrath of Khan to me is the greatest Star Trek movie out of the franchise that with Ricardo Montalban and Kirk. And I do like The Voyage Home, and I do like The Undiscovered Country. But that's my number 6. Spock dying in Wrath of Khan. Leonard Nimoy. Live long and prosper. Okay. Shane, you're number 6.
I'm calling audible.
Oh.
I'm moving one thing up and one thing down. So just bear with me. So we're at number 6, right?
That's correct.
Mm-hmm. The chest buster from Aliens, the original Alien.
Okay.
Okay.
The thing bursts out. Every comedian does this now. It's like.
Okay. Afton said Sullivan and The Departed.
Devil
says Tommy DeVito and Goodfellas.
Departed, the best one was Billy Costigan in the elevator.
Yeah.
And
that was the best one.
That was so shocking.
And Devil says his spot's a little higher on his list with the Wrath of Khan. Okay.
Wrath of Khan.
Okay. I didn't do any of Godfather 1 was the only Mafia one I did, gangster movie I did. So where are we at? Cable?
Yes. My number 6 was mentioned in the comments closer to the beginning of our countdown. John Coffey, The Green Mile. It's just one of the most heartbreaking death scenes ever put on film. If you don't get a little bit emotional with that, you don't have a heart. Did not expect the first watch through. I did not expect that to be what happened, how the movie plays out. So,
Okay. That's still a good movie. And that guy who's the fucking badass, that guy who was the corrections officer, the dickhead. Yeah. He was a dickhead in real life. Like, he got a girl, he married a girl at a young age and fucking just exploited her. He's just a fucking piece of shit.
Like P. Diddy did?
Maybe P. Diddy did, yeah. George says High Plains Drifter. Well, P. Diddy can get away with murder, and none of us can. And money talks, I guess. I'm not ever going to. I would never last at a P. Diddy party at all. I would never last because first off, I'm not sliding down a fucking, sliding down a slide, and I don't like fucking baby oil as it is. Like, get real. You know what I mean? Like,
my parties have to have olive oil.
And olive oil. And I want fucking good oil. Well, I want fucking good fucking snacks at a party. This motherfucker didn't have any good snacks, probably, and that's why he kicked everybody out of. Yeah,
I don't think eating food was the priority at his parties.
Yeah. Well, I gotta have some fucking food. I gotta have meat and cheese platters and fucking little hors d'oeuvres and shit. And lately, I've been eating fucking cookies and Christmas time. That's all. I had to eat fucking something at Sheetz just to eat solid food because I'm like, holy fuck, I'm just eating cookies and candy. This is ridiculous. So, okay. Now this is this one here. We've all seen this one. Okay, and this one here. Oh, charcuterie. Oh, Tammy makes a fucking good charcuterie. Oh my god, if you'd have seen my wedding, wow, that was a fucking spread. That was a fucking spread.
My mom called it a coochie board.
Coochie board.
Hey, that's something different.
Well, that was a good spread there.
Good
spread. Yeah, it's good spread.
You don't want your coochie board to stay out too long. It gets kind of nasty.
Yeah, you got to take care of the spread on the coochie board.
Yeah, the coochie board. You don't want it wild. But Afton, her number 5 pick was Thelma and Louise.
That's amazing. That's a really good one.
Now, my number 5 pick started another franchise. I'll see if you guys can guess it before I give it. This death caused another franchise of movies. Out of the franchise that it came.
I have no idea.
No idea? Cable? No. Before I say it.
No.
I'll give you a hint. His death caused another franchise of movies out of this franchise.
I got it.
Apollo Creed and Rocky IV.
Good one.
I have to tell you, Bubba, I have it higher on my list.
Oh, well, I figured you would have guessed. Well, the stuff that I have now when I get higher is, and you're going to think that my number one is what you always going to think my number one is. People, I'm here to tell you that's not going to happen.
Ooh, well, I know what it is then now.
You don't know what you're not, well, you might. But Apollo Creed is my number 4.
Now I'm embarrassed. I didn't even think of
Number 5, Bubba.
My 5. I'm sorry. 5.
Okay.
My number said Green Goblin and Spider-Man. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Shane.
My number 5 is Quinn getting eaten by Jaws when he does that mad scramble in 1975's Jaws.
Which one was that? Which
the original Jaws?
It wasn't Rob Schneider and it wasn't Richard Dreyfuss. It was what was the actor's name?
The guy with the beard who talked about the USS.
He was a great actor. I can't think.
They were eating there were 376 men in the water and 100 was pulled out.
Richard Shaw. Was it Richard Shaw? Yeah, I think that was his name.
Good.
Okay, that was a good one. That's a good one. Gable, you're number 5.
My number 5. Proud of this one. See if either of you guys have it anywhere on your list. Freedom. William Wallace. That death scene is powerful, man. I mean, that, so well acted, so well filmed, everything about it's incredible, and it just makes you so angry when you watch it, but at the same time, it fills you with hope because it motivated everybody to keep fighting, and the fact that it's a true story, it really happened. I think that is a huge.
And then they turned on him. They fucking stabbed him in the fucking back. You know what I mean? And they finally picked up. Now it's your time to be king. His fucking old man was a fucking douchebag. Robin of whatever. His old man in the fucking in the depths of his fucking shack. Now you know how to be king. Yeah, shut the fuck up, man. I hated that. Great movie. Great movie. I have that a little higher. And I think yeah. So number 4 for Afton was Goose. I'm guessing that's
what I have.
Oh, that's Top Gun, correct?
Yeah. In there.
The second one?
First one.
Oh, yeah, okay. I've only saw the first one. I still have not seen the second one. My number 4.
Number 3. Oh, wait.
Number 4.
Yeah, I'm 4. Number 4 is Russell Crowe, is Maximus in Gladiator. The original Gladiator, not the fucking sequel where he spawned a fucking kid. I went to the movies. I went to the movies to see this one. Very good movie. And Devil Said Ricky and Boys in the Hood.
Ooh.
That's a good one. Good one. Okay, Shane, you're number 4.
My number 4 is Goodfellas when they whack Tommy DeVito. Joe Pesci.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
I wish I could do Joe Pesci, but I can't.
What do you think? So obviously it's on your list. How close is his death in Casino to Goodfellas?
It almost made me take it out of there, but I was like, I just watched it recently, and I'm like, that's a good death scene. Have Pesci and something,
I struggled with those two scenes, as I'm putting together my list and everything, because arguably the one in Casino, that's more brutal. That you live longer with that scene. You're just watching him get beat to death and his brother and then buried alive and all that stuff, where Goodfellas, it's just one shot to the back of the head, but that was Goodfellas hit home more.
It hit home more, and also because it came out in 1990 and Casino came out later.
So, yeah.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Both good though.
I think there's bigger ramifications on the Goodfellas death because Robert De Niro's character is torn up over it, and in Casino, he dug his own grave essentially in that movie. So yeah, good pick, very very good pick.
Okay, Cable.
All right, my number 4 might be low. I'm surprised we haven't talked about it yet, so I'm going to guess both of you guys have this, and it's both. Probably this might be your number 1. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm going to guess it's on both of your lists. I'm just going to get to it first. The T-800. Watching him sink into the molten steel.
I don't have it on my list. I don't have it on my list.
Where he says he can't self-destruct. I'm not programmed.
Yes.
Yeah, that's good.
I mean, I will say this though. In Indiana County, I had the first ticket to see T2 because I waited in line. So that's my only. But no, I don't have that on my list, and I don't have it as an honorable mention either.
So last week when you pitched this theme, I said, "Does it matter if they come back in following sequels?" This was one of the first ones I thought of because I didn't know if that was disqualified or not.
No, there's a few that, I mean, you're right. There's so many, I had to tighten it accordingly. And then I do have 5 honorable mentions, but from different movies. And one of my honorable mentions is probably Shane's number 1 pick. So, I mean, it all depends.
I assume it's The Predator, but we'll see.
Well, that could be 2, but yeah, we'll see. But yeah, I don't have that one, and that's a good pick too. That's a good pick.
I'm surprised.
Well, that's Schwarzenegger, and then End of Days is like the only 2 movies that he fucking ever dies in. I think, if I'm not mistaken, End of Days he dies in that one,
right? But then he does come back in a way in the Terminator franchise anyway. So
right. But I mean, yeah, that's only 2 times that I know of. You know what I mean? So, okay. Well, we're at number 3. Number 3, shower scene in Psycho.
Yeah.
Devil has Darth Vader.
Nice.
Vader, very good. My number 3 is my oldest movie to date, and probably any of my fucking top 10 picks of any time here. And the reason why, and I seen this when I was a kid, a long time ago, and this character didn't understand anything, but then he takes a fucking little girl and he fucking drowns her.
Oh,
Boris Karloff as Frankenstein, because he killed a little girl. That's why he's fucking. That's why it's high, because he killed that little girl. Yeah, it's a swerve. Yeah, that's why it's fucking high, because he took the little girl and he drowned her, and he didn't realize, that he killed her. So number 3 is Frankenstein, killing the little girl.
No offense, but I did not expect Bubba to pick the first black and white movie out of all 3 of us.
I thought that would be you, Cable.
Yeah, I thought that would be you too. I just thought that was very, that scene is fucking dramatic. I mean, that's, it's a fucking kid, for God's sakes. And they did it in that time of, era that they fucking killed a kid. You know what I mean? Like shit. Yeah. That's why I did it. That's why it was so high on my list. Okay. Shane?
I had 2 movies in top 3 I had to bump out because Shane from 1951, played by Alan Ladd, he was hunched over at the end of the scene, at the end of the movie, as he's riding off into the sunset. There's is he dead? Is he alive? That's the question. Same with, I also had Obi-Wan getting killed in the first movie, but he came back and the Force goes stronger. So that kind of, but when it happens, you're like, what the fuck? They killed Obi-Wan. Right. But I'm going with number 3, Goose from Top Gun 1986. That took the wind out of your sails when you're watching it when you're like 12 or 15. You're like, Goose is dead?
Oh, thanks, George. I got liked on that pick. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Okay, Cable, you're number 3.
Well, Shane, Bubba just scooped me on a black and white pick, because here's my number 3 is a black and white movie. And I thought this is what you were leaning for, Bubba, because this might be my oldest pick on any of my lists ever. Also, but my number 3 is Old Yeller.
Oh.
That was colorized though. I saw it in color.
I thought it was black and white originally. I'm pretty sure it's black and white.
It's still an old movie.
Yeah, because it came out, I think, 57, I believe. But they may have colorized it at some point.
Yeah,
but that's
Devil said that's a good one. No, I never. And Old Yeller brings a tear to my eye too, and I didn't put that on my list.
And it's just such a part of the pop culture lexicon, the zeitgeist at this point. Like, getting old yellered is kind of a phrase that you hear every once in a while. It's just it's the epitome of iconic, and that's the first major death that a lot of kids in certain generations experienced in movies, and it was probably the first animal death, I think, in a movie. So yeah, that one.
Well, huge. I mean, and losing a pet is very traumatic as it is anyway. So
who can't relate to that? I mean, the majority of everybody.
Yeah. Where Devil says, where did the red fern grow?
Yes. Yeah.
Yep. So, okay. Number two is my obvious pick. It could have been number 1, but I fucking didn't put my number 1 in because I wanted to, fucking try to, sweeten the fucking thing because it was so obvious.
It's a swerve, bro.
It's a swerve. Yeah, bro. It's a swerve, bro. My fucking Vince Russo. Number 2, Return of the Jedi, Darth Vader. Definitely, Darth Vader is the most iconic character in all my movie time of all kind of movies. Vader is the most villainish, most whatever. He killed, he killed all, redemption and whatever. The greatest. To me, that would be the greatest redemption story of all times because he did kill all those younglings in the prequels, which we didn't know that were going to be prequels at the time in 1977 and 82 and 83 or whatever. Darth Vader, to me, is the most iconic character in movies. I have his first appearance in the comic book in Star Wars, Marvel. I have the fucking volumes. I have them fucking, all everywhere around my house. So Vader, in any type of movie thing, Vader's always going to be number 1. But I did it swerve. I tried to swerve. You know what I mean? And it was going to be on my list. So number 2, and Devil had number 2, Wrath of Khan and the Mechanic, and after number 2 was the dumb fuck at the end of Titanic, which. I'm going to be honest. I've never watched Titanic in my entire life ever. I have no desire to see Titanic. Because I already know the ending, and I just have no desire to see that. So
that's in my honorable mentions, actually, and it was almost my top. It was in my top 10s on my first draft. Then I dumped it down to honorable mentions because I don't know anybody that hasn't had the conversation. 2 people could have fit on that door, so everybody knows that scene.
2 girls can use 1 cup, then 2 people can use a fucking.
Yeah, Devil. I never seen that fucking movie either. I'll never watch that movie either. I have no desire to watch The Notebook. I have no desire to watch Titanic, no matter, and I don't have to because my wife doesn't like fucking Titanic, so I'm good to go. I never have to watch that movie ever in my entire life.
It's a good movie, Baba.
No. I've seen the documentary. I rather watch the Poseidon Adventure. I mean, I think Poseidon Adventure was better in my eyes, but I don't know. But I'm crazy like it. Number 2 is Dirty Harry. Enforcer. And so Shane, you're number 2.
My number 2 was, I think, your number 4 or 5. Apollo Creed getting killed in Rocky.
Okay. Yeah, I thought you were going to get it when I said a franchise of another franchise.
But that's not the last thing I have for Rocky. So.
Oh, okay. Okay. Cable, you're number 2. I'm sorry that you had to kill that Devil watching all them girly movies. I'm so sorry. You're number 2, Cable. I can only imagine.
My number 2. It's not that hard to imagine. I thought maybe we were going to hit a jackpot again. You and I, Bubba, we're bookending the round of number 2. I got Darth Vader.
Nice.
It's for every reason you said. It is by definition iconic. You know, and I haven't gone back to and compared.
I think I know what your number one is now.
I think I know your number one is.
I think I know what your number one is.
I think we might have the same number one.
No. Mine might be an honorable mention. Yours number one is I guess.
No fucking way. We'll see.
I think,
but you know, I think that's the most effective redemption arc done at that time. Also, you know, I mean, like you said, Bubba, we didn't have the prequels, we didn't have all this other stuff at that time. All you had were the first two movies, and I think the TV special or whatever, and a cartoon movie, whatever.
You can't count fucking B. Arthur in that.
Right. You didn't know Darth Vader's lore. You know, I mean, you knew what you knew sparingly from the movies, and you thought he would never turn good. You know, he was just born to be bad, and that was all it was going to be. And then, you know, when he turns and saves Luke and throws the Emperor, it's amazing.
Mm-hmm. That's how I want to go out when I die. Just
you want to throw the Emperor down a shaft.
Well, that would be management where I work. But anyway, I don't want to be I don't want to be dressed in a Vader costume, but I would have liked to go out like burning like he did. You know what I mean? Because Luke put him on fire, and that'd be the way to go. You know what I mean? That would be how I would with bad.
I've never heard a person ever say I want to burn to death.
Well, I'm already dead, so Vader was already dead.
I got you.
I'm already dead. You could dress me up as Vader, put a terrible towel on me, and have the fucking bagpipes play, and everybody fucking has a
terrible towel, Vader mask.
Vader mask and terrible towel. Yeah, yep. So yeah, that's a good one. You're good on the bookends. Okay, my honorable mentions is probably one of your number one, Cable. My honorable mention is Gene Hackman as Little Bill in Unforgiven.
Oh,
that hit me.
Unforgiven is good, and Morgan Freeman getting killed too because fucking Clint's like, if you don't fucking bury my buddy, you know, I'm coming back to kill all you motherfuckers. I mean, I'm ad-libbing all you motherfuckers, and he fucking wiped everybody out. Good old.
I gotta watch it again.
Yeah, it's a good movie. This is probably Shane's number one. Hans Gruber from Die Hard.
I had it in my list, and it just popped out at the end. That was
okay. Good. Okay. Well, John Coffey in the Green Mile. Michael Duncan Clark. Private Powell and Full Metal Jacket.
That's on my honorable mention list. That's
okay. Good. And this one too. This is my other one. I got one more after this. I ain't got time to bleed. Jesse Ventura as Predator in the Predator movie when he gets fucking wiped the fuck out and Bill Duke takes the fucking gun and wipes the whole fucking jungle. And this one's probably fucking Cable's number one here. Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man in Endgame is my honorable mention. But
wow.
Yes. Because I know. I think the other ones that I put in, I think that had a little bit more, and then now I don't, you know what I mean? I gave it honorable mention because now I don't know what the fuck's going on, and that's why I didn't touch it. But at that time, he had to do this, and you know, and you'll get more into it because I know that's your number one. My number one is something that Cable already had like 4 or 5. Was William Wallace. That was my swerve. Braveheart is one of the best movies, epic movies that I've seen. I took my mom to see that movie. Rosie Rose, I took her to see it. And I love Braveheart. I love Braveheart. I love how the pre-nocta, you know what I mean? When they fucking touched his wife and killed his wife, he fucking went crazy and started a whole fucking war. I mean, he didn't give a fuck. And no offense, if you lay a hand on my wife, I'm not going to give a fuck either. And I'm going to go fucking William Wallace on your ass. And I'm not fucking getting on a horse because I don't think I can, but I will paint my face. But anyway, that's my number one is William Wallace, Mel Gibson, and Braveheart is my number one.
That's
so,
how do I follow
Shane,
well,
you can follow it.
Honorable mention. You hit a lot of them, but I one that no one's hit on here. Bambi's mom.
I never saw Bambi.
That's the death scene. That's the first death scene anybody sees. Like
I never saw Bambi ever. I never saw it.
You never saw Bambi?
I never saw Bambi.
I don't know what to say after that.
Watch it with your girl.
Ah.
Yeah, watch Bambi with her. Ask her about it. Okay. Tina in the ceiling on Nightmare on Elm Street. Remember?
Oh.
Old Man
Okay.
Logan.
Okay.
Steps into the void off the cliff in Last Mohegans. She just kind of like, fuck it, I'm done.
Right.
She falls off.
I figured you'd have done the Mohicans one.
Yeah, Billy Costigan in the elevator departed. I talked about that earlier. And I don't know if I said this one, but in Apocalypse Now, Captain Willard kills Marlon Brando's character, Kurtz.
Oh, that's a good one.
Comes out of the water.
It is a good one.
Kills him, okay? So, number one, he's an animal rock. You can't beat him.
Oh my God, I'd have never guessed that. Oh shit!
He's dying in Rocky 3. That is the best. You guys can't touch it. I don't care what it is. That one just hits you in the feels. It's fucking Mickey. It's not Apollo Creed. It's Mickey.
Wow, I'd have never seen that one coming, man.
He becomes an animal. He becomes, gets that eye of the tiger again because Mickey.
I thought you were gonna have one from fucking Predator. I swear to God, or Hans Gruber. I thought that would have been your number one. I swear to God.
He said Creed wasn't the only one from that franchise.
Wow. And wow, that was good, Shane. You swerved me right out of my fucking socks. Wow. And Devil said Sonny and Predator. You go. And Gar said Last of the Mohicans was his favorite movie.
That's one of my
Rest in peace, Mickey. And honorable mention was Doc Holliday in Tombstone.
Oh, good one.
Oh.
I almost had him on my list. I almost put that one on my list.
So I can only imagine the honorable mentions that Cable will present us. And I know I'm telling you, his number one movie has got to be one of my honorable mentions.
I never thought there'd be this many good death scenes. I thought, and I'm like, oh, that's a good one.
This is a good topic because
you know
what I mean? Yeah. I mean, it was a hard, some of these top 10 stuff is very, very hard. Like, you wait till we start doing like TV shows and stuff like that. I mean, we haven't even hit TV stuff yet. So, okay, Kate.
We Were Soldiers.
Where was that? I forgot that. Hold on, where's that at? Her number one. Yeah, that was a good movie.
I had the honor twice, General Moore, when I was at.
You met him? You met him?
Yeah, he signed 2 sets of books for me. The original, and then he had a sequel. We were soldiers once and young, and then we were still soldiers. He had book signings, and both times I met him, got pictures taken with him. What a great American, and just a humble man.
My Old Man, that's one of his best movies. My Old Man, when it comes to Vietnam movies, My Old Man will watch every single Nam movie because my dad was in Nam. And I watched that with him. And most of the movies that I've watched growing up, I watched with my dad. So most of the movies that I got watching was from even to this day. My dad took me to see Star Wars, and he actually drew a picture, which I didn't know. And I think I might have said this on a show one time. I didn't know my dad had artistic ability. And one time he drew fucking Vader with a fucking pen, and he drew Vader freehand. And I remember that when I was a kid, but My Old Man has, your dad doesn't tell you stuff, you know what I mean? But My Old Man's not into sports. He'll bet on games, but he's not a sports guy, because if John Wayne or Clint Eastwood or a war movies on, Steelers were not in my house, man. I had to go upstairs on a black and white TV. So, but most of the movies that I've watched was My Old Man, you know what I mean? And, that's the good time, you know what I mean? That's a cool time to do. So, okay. I can only imagine. Okay, we got some stuff here. Okay, and
that's it.
Jack Black dying in Mars Attacks. And did anyone have the E in Total Recall 1? The E in Total Recall 1. No, nobody had Total Recall. But Cable might have something that I don't even know. But Cable, your honorable mention? Flow or joy?
Well, this wasn't one of my honorable mentions, but I like to take Shane's last pick and throw a mention out there. I think Burgess Meredith also had another almost iconic death scene. If you're a big fan of Grumpy Old Men franchise.
Oh, gotcha.
So yeah, he had a few impactful deaths in movie franchises. But real quick, some of these were mentioned, some weren't. The soldiers soldiers from the Spartans from 300.
Oh, gotcha.
This one is way bigger in a whole other medium, comic books. But Ben Parker, without that, Spider-Man doesn't have his journey.
Right.
Somebody said Doc Holliday. I counter that with him killing Ringo. I think him showing up, being the Huckleberry.
Yeah, and he thought he played sick, like he was sicker than he was. And he's like, you see a ghost? And he's like, oh, I'm just putting on, I was sicker than I was.
There's two parts that I love in that movie. That part there, I mean, there's so many parts I love, but that part there, I love how afraid everybody is of Doc Holliday in that. That part there, when Ringo realizes it's him and not Wyatt Earp, and the part when Ringo's drunk and he's shooting off his mouth, and he's looking for a fight in the road, and Doc Holliday is standing there with a gun behind his back, and he takes him up on it, and then Powers Booth, Wild Bill, even pulls Ringo back because he knows he's no match for Doc Holliday. Right. He's just funning about. Logan, obviously. Tommy DeVito, Goodfellas. John H. Miller, Tom Hanks' character in Saving Private Ryan. Make it worth it. That's a good one. Goose, that was mentioned. The shower scene in Psycho, that was mentioned. John Doe in Seven, I think, is huge because he creates his own death to complete the 7 deadly sins murders. So I think that's worth a mention. Jack Dawson from Titanic, Leo. Littlefoot's mother in the Land Before Time. One of the earliest, that's like Bambi for another generation. That's heartbreaking if you're from my generation. I mean, that just tears you apart. And Goose, I have Goose. So my number one, no surprise to anybody, I tried to use my best acting skills when Bubba sniffed me out, but Iron Man. Got to be Iron Man.
I fucking knew it. It's
the culmination of an 11-year journey. It's everything. You watch that through, and I'm a huge fan of the MCU. I'm like we talked about, I'm looking forward to Doomsday and everything. I think the MCU's on an improvement. But that's almost a perfect ending. Like, you can make an argument.
I thought more of the fucking heart-wrenching thing for me is when Chris Evans got the fucking hammer and said when he got Thor's hammer and he was worthy of Thor's hammer and he said Avengers Assemble was, to me, brought tears to me, not Tony going like this. I was more captivated when they all come through the fucking porthole. I mean, I was
too. But I think, Robert Downey Jr. was the most popular character from that whole franchise. He started it.
Except for the Hulk.
To you. Yeah, to you. There's people that never even saw Robert Downey Jr. before Iron Man, and he had a great career,
I figured he was going to go anyway eventually because his
unfortunately, the real world stuff.
To pay him that big money, eventually something was going to be he was going to be a casualty of the finance part. And then I mean it was great. Your number one is that. I mean, it's fucking iconic.
I think the reason is because it's done so perfectly. I mean, he does the snap and all the acting, and Rhodey comes to see him, then Peter comes to see him, and then Pepper comes to see him. And when she tells him, "You can rest now," and you can tell he's already pretty much gone. It's kind of the same thing as William Wallace. Like, the lights are on, but nobody's home. They're already starting to drift off, and that's such a bookend that you almost could have ended the MCU at Endgame, and I would have been okay with that. And, to put a bow on this entry, and another reason why it's so impactful to me is I had a whole different perspective on it. When we went to see that, my son was 10, and he was very upset when it was over.
Sure.
And, obviously everybody's, there's a lot of people crying in the theater and stuff, and he wasn't bawling, but he was emotional. And he was emotional for a while, and I said, it's just a movie, bud. He said, yeah, but Tony Stark's been in my life, my whole life, or something to that effect. He said, he's been around my whole life, which is true, because my son was born in 2009. So there's a generation of children that Tony Stark was there for their whole childhood. It's like killing Mr. Rogers to a certain group of kids. So
right. And that's a good one. But you know who all of us forgot? Han Solo. None of us.
That was fucking shitty. That was, I don't even call that iconic. That was fucking stupid. I forgot it on purpose.
Yeah, I fucking didn't like it either. I didn't like it either, but not one of us had it in our thing because
it's not worth mentioning.
Yeah.
It's not a good one.
And
you had some good ones, Bubba. I can't believe I didn't think of Gladiator. I cannot believe I didn't think of that.
Well, these are very, very hard. You know, and Yondu was a good one too. Yondu was a good one too,
Groot. Groot was a good one. I mean, he kind of came back, but not the same Groot.
But I mean, and none of us picked Scarlet Witch, or not Scarlet Witch, but Black Widow. Not one.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that was the best scene. I don't think they picked it off well enough.
Because Tony did the worst, but we didn't even do that in the honorable mentions. But yeah, wow, this is I mean, these are good. I mean, and it's just everybody's opinion, and there's no right or wrong answer in any of these.
Tomorrow, like you ask us this, and this will have 3 different.
Well, my number one is number one's Vader, but you guys knew it, and I just wanted to fucking whatever. And I didn't put Iron Man in any of my stuff. But to me, in that movie of Endgame, and I think here's why maybe I'm trying to defend myself. The third movie of Iron Man fucked me off in the trilogy, and I didn't like that. I was upset. I was pissed. I thought the first movie of Iron Man was the best out of all 3, and it didn't capitalize on 2 and 3. 3 was fucking terrible. To me personally, I went to see it and I was mad. I really was upset.
I used to think so. I've come around to it. I actually enjoy it. I don't think it's great, but that also doesn't ruin me on him as a character. I think his best contributions to the MCU aren't even in his singular movies. I think it's everywhere else he popped up, like Civil War, Homecoming.
But I know we can also debate. Like I have a lot of Iron Man comic books. Okay, I think out of the 2 characters, I'm always going to go to. I'm taking Cap over Iron Man all the time because in their dynamics in the Avengers, Tony was a fucking dick, and he's a dick all the time. Where
I would too, but this wasn't our favorite Avenger. This was our most iconic death scene.
No. You know, I'm just, you know what I mean. I'm just, and I. Yeah, well,
it's not an Iron Man fan that much in the movies. I mean, that's that much.
No, I think, yeah. I mean, yeah, yours was good and great. Yeah, I knew as soon as I knew you were going to do that. And now that I'm thinking, we probably should do a top 10 Avengers. Now that I think about it, because that would be something later on. Because and then we go back to the comic book stuff. But yeah, this is good. I like doing this. One of the guys at work a new guy I worked with, I was telling him what we were doing today, and he was like, the fucking movie where the kid gets stung by the bee. What was that movie?
My Girl. That almost made my list.
He goes, do you have My Girl on your list, Brewer? I said, I'm going to be honest with you, I never fucking seen it.
Where's Glasses?
Yeah,
it almost made my list.
Well, what? Kevin Dobson get hurt in a game or something? He must have got hurt. I don't have the game on, but yeah, I know. Next week is Christmas, so everybody that's listening and whatever, Merry Christmas to everybody. Because this is probably going to be the last show until after Christmas, so you guys can. Say Merry Christmas to everybody, and I'll stand off to the side.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
But I think next Friday, if you guys are available, we'll do not. And Shane, this is your week to come up with a top 10.
Okay, then my thoughts are this.
Okay.
sports movies that aren't sports movies. So it can't be basketball, baseball, football.
Oh, fuck. Oh, that's fucking hard.
So it can't be the top 4 major sports.
It can't be or hockey. You know, it has to be like like maybe some other kind of sports, like maybe horse racing or track or badminton or bowling or volleyball.
Boxing.
Oh my.
Boxing.
So we can't use football.
Yeah.
Can't use football, basketball, and baseball, the 3 major ones.
Yeah, it can't be like a legitimate like
Or hockey. It can't be the top 4.
Yeah.
4. You can't do 4.
Yeah, it can't be like an Olympic sport.
Okay.
So it has to be something odd like fighting or like
What kind of fight? What kind of fighting?
Be any kind of fighting, like UFC. It could be like cheerleaders. It could be
Okay.
Well, bring it on.
fucking curling,
I ain't watching that fucking movie. But okay.
dodgeball, pickleball.
That's your pick for next Friday night at 9
Guys,
o'clock.
what do you guys think of that one?
How do you title that? What's it called?
Sports movies that aren't sports movies.
Sports movies. Hold on, I gotta write that down.
Minor sports movie.
Sports movies are what?
Like the one I think of is Over the Top. Like movies like Over the Top.
That's probably your
Movies
number one
like-
right there. That's probably your number one right there.
No. I'm just giving you an example. One that
Sports
pops in my head.
movies that aren't sports movies.
Yes,
Okay.
it can't be like a professional.
Not your typical sports movie.
Go ahead. Okay. Out of mainstream sports, everybody says. Okay.
Like,
Okay.
pool is a good one. Pool. NASCAR
Okay.
is a mainstream sport. You can't do that.
Can't do
Can't do
NASCAR.
what?
NASCAR.
Wrestling's a mainstream sport. What are you doing about wrestling?
No, wrestling is not like a mainstream.
Wrestling is mainstream. Come on, Cable, help us out.
No, like
I would even walk back the NASCAR thing. I would say in America there's 4 top sports, and it's hockey, basketball, baseball, and
NASCAR
football.
makes more than hockey.
What's that?
NASCAR makes more money than hockey.
Ooh.
Yeah, it probably has
So
better ratings, I would imagine, but
just try to think out of the box. Don't think.
Okay, so no football, no baseball, no basketball, no hockey, no racing. No
Yeah.
NASCAR racing.
It could be like it could be like bicycle racing. It could be freaking
Any type of genre, as long as they have sports in the main topic of the movie, or
it could be sports. It could be tiddlywinks. It could be competitive woodworking.
well, there's next week Marty Supreme comes out. I believe it's next week, and that's a ping pong movie. So that would had that been out already, that may have made the list.
that would have made your list. Oh,
Now,
but
you have to have
there's other ping pong movies that I'm thinking of right now too.
I don't know. That's just a thought. We don't have to go with that.
No, because
Do it.
you got it. We're gonna do it.
10 Christmas movies, holiday movies.
Okay, we can do that too.
One or the other.
What was it? 10 non-Christmas holiday movies.
Just 10 holiday movies. Like they always have the Sound of Music around the holidays. They always play Wizard of Oz. They always play
Oh, okay.
White Christmas and
The 10 Commandments around Easter.
Home Alone.
Whatever you
Godfather.
want to do. I mean,
Gable, you're the tiebreaker. What do you think out of the two?
I mean, we've done sports before. I know this one has a qualifier to it, but just off the top of my head, I'm struggling with the holiday one.
I'm sure you'll.
I would go with the sports one.
Okay. And it's gonna be
'cause-
hard. You gotta think of like.
They're both going to be difficult. But we got 2 weeks, right? Because next week we're doing Christmas movies, so
Yeah, next week we're doing Christmas movies, right?
we got extra time to think on it.
Okay.
yeah. Next week will be Christmas. The Friday after. The Friday after is Christmas movies,
Okay.
and I'm just making sure I'm writing this down.
All right.
Friday Christmas movies, top 10 Christmas movies, and that the other one's the week after that. So we have 2. Okay, I wrote it down. Okay,
Thank you.
okay. Thanks everybody.
Thank you.
Like I said, Merry Christmas. We'll be live streaming at 4:15 on Steelers Dynasty Podcast, and I want a big shout out to the franchise. who just did that interview, will be at the lovely Animverse Wrestleverse Fest Saturday and Sunday at David Lawrence Convention Center. So you guys can check that out too. So Merry Christmas, Paul. Merry Christmas, everybody. Catch us out on the Steelers Dynasty podcast. Myself and Shane will still be going strong. We're going to do a Wednesday show earlier Christmas Eve because we both have family stuff and we're still going to do it. Is there a fencing movie? I don't know. Yeah, it's called The Holy Grail when the Black Knight fucking sword fight. And that's yeah. So thanks, Devil. Okay, Cable Shane, I'll see you. Merry Christmas. If I don't see you, Cable, good luck at Avatar, and let me know how you love that trailer.
I will. I'll do that.
Okay. See you guys. Take care. Good night, everybody.
Bye.